Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Small forged vessels or containers can be a lot of fun to forge and make some great holiday gifts if you're still looking for gift ideas at this last minute. The one I want to look at today starts off as a piece of angle iron. And this is a piece of angle iron that's about 19 inches long. So that's about 480 millimeters long. It's 1/4 inch thick, 6 millimeters thick. And it's 2.5 inch equal leg angle iron. So it's somewhere in the range of 60 millimeters. I'm going to lay out an equal amount on each end to start this. And I'm going with 4 inches. That leaves about 11 inches in the middle. Then I'm going to have to cut most of it out. Hopefully you can see that layout well enough to know where I'm going, but as we cut this, it'll become quite obvious. A plasma cutter would be the ideal tool for this, but I don't have one. I think cutting it with a torch would result in a whole lot of cleanup, so I'm going to see if I can do this with an angle grinder. Well, that added an hour and a half to the project. I'm going to stop my cut short on each end so that I can grind the final profile in at the ends. So now it's off to the belt grinder to get in here and clean up this profile. Hopefully you get the general idea where I'm going with this. This will get bent in half, and these will just kind of hold the top together and become big ornamental loops. Not really serve any function unless you're going to hang it from a hook on the wall or something. And I suppose you could. Let's go ahead and heat this up. I'm going to knock the corners off of this just to make sure there's no sharp, rough corners on here. And then we're going to bend it in half. Once that's done, we'll discuss how I'm going to finish this and actually make it into a container instead of just a tube. Truthfully, there's not a lot of forging on this at this point, but I do have an idea to add a little bit extra to this that will involve a little bit more forging. So stay tuned. Well, that would be a prime example of the 4 Ps, or piss poor prior planning. This doesn't fit back in the gas forge. I didn't think it was that tall, but even with these squished in just a little bit, it won't fit, which means the angle iron on the diamond certainly isn't going to fit anyways. So I'll light a coal fire. This will fit in the coal forge just fine, and we'll finish it up that way. The truth is, I really envisioned this being much more straightforward and simple than what it's proving to be. I thought you bend it in half, you clean up the loops a little bit, and this part would be done. But I do have a bit of a stubborn streak, and I think we'll manage to get this done. I'm pretty happy with this one. I still need some work on that one. So I think I'm going to stop with that for right now. The next step is going to be to fit a bottom on this. And I want to do a forged band around here with perhaps a little bit of scroll work on one end. And I'm thinking I'll do that band in two pieces. I'll start at the solid corner, go around an open corner and put a little scroll in, and then do the same thing on the other side. So there'll be two little scroll ends and two cut off or maybe upset ends. Heck, I like upset ends, might as well just plan to do that. I want to take a moment and thank Skillshare not only for sponsoring today's video, but for being a regular sponsor throughout the past year. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes to choose from. If you have a creative spirit, you're probably looking for other ways to explore your creativity besides just being involved with blacksmithing. So whether you're looking to learn a new skill or simply expand on something you're already interested in, there are classes in things like drawing, photography. I'm particularly interested in some of the product photography classes because that really helps me get better listings for the things I'm trying to sell online as a part of my blacksmithing business. But I also watch a lot of classes on video production, from storytelling to video editing, lighting, and even some audio classes, because that's still one of the things that's a little rough around the edges on some of my videos. So if you're a creative person, I am sure you will find something at Skillshare that you find interesting. And for the first 1,000 of my subscribers that click the link in the video description, you'll receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. I'll use this for the base. I'm going to go with a piece of 1/4 by 3/4 for a lower banding on this, and I'm going to run it from one closed corner around the open corner to the other, and then somewhere in here I want to put some kind of scroll work. I'm not sure exactly. I think I'll worry more about forging it than drawing it and see what I like. I'll start this with an offset using half-face blows at the near edge of the anvil. Now I want to put an upset square corner on this so this scroll comes in right at the edge. I think I want that to roll in a little bit more. But I think I like where that is right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put the second bend in, and that should be easy. I'm just going to clamp this in here, get it hot back here, and make that bend. I need to make another one just like it. I think I've got all the parts for this little vessel forged. We've got the main body, but it's still completely hollow, so it needs a bottom on it. Bottom's been cut. And the bottom, I think I'm going to just let myself weld in to the base of this banding, but the banding needs to go in first because I got to put some rivets in it. And this is the only access I have to put rivets in. But this is going to go around here like that. Let me put it on the bottom first. That's going to go like that. Then these ends that are long will be upset back, and that way they can kind of form into the end of this other banding and hopefully provide a little bit more of a custom fit to this project. Now a couple of these rivet heads protrude over into the space that I need to put the bottom in, so I'm going to have to grind those flush with the base of the container, and then we'll put the bottom in place. This is quite the modern project, so I don't feel any obligation to stick with traditional methods here and try to rivet this. I thought about forge brazing it, which might be interesting, but I think using the MIG welder is the way to go with this. But whatever method you want to use, that's up to you in your shop. And now it's time to upset the ends.